December 2023 has been an incredibly difficult month. Really difficult. Let's take a moment to talk about it. If you've been following me on any of my social medias, I know I've been quite silent for the past few months, and that's mainly because of negative mental health episodes. I lost interest in the things I wanted to do. I was going to get back in the groove of Random Researchers when I finally made up that ranked Coldplay episode that I'd been dying to finish for many months. Of course, I always let you know about my content through Instagram stories, but I rarely ever post it on my main Instagram through as a post or any of my other things. But I rarely ever put my personal life up front because I have to protect my privacy. The last few days of 2023, however, have been some of the worst moments in my life, and I feel now is the time to tell you. The months leading up to winter have been quite steady. Production finally started on my 11th album, Chatterbox. That album will feature more of my experimental works that I've thought of in years, mainly post-rock or math or prog rock. Come December 2023, leading up to Christmas, work was going alright. There was a positive start where I got a filming opportunity for my workplace, and a lot of my colleagues were so excited to hear about it. During the week of the filming, I had planned a week off just after the filming, as I was starting to get burnt out. But the website that the company was using, it wasn't working for the weekend. My holiday hadn't been seen by the supervisors. The weekend leading up to my holiday, I developed a nasty cold or cough, and I was waiting anxiously for the holiday to be accepted. The answer was yes, but at the very last minute. The holiday was mentally spent in bed while recovering from this illness. During that time, I could not stomach anything, as I felt nauseous any time food was near me. The holiday came to a close, and I thought I'd recovered quickly, but worse was still to come. On the Monday, when I was supposed to go back to work, I was packing up as usual to head out, but as I went down the stairs, I felt shortness of breath and faint. My dad made me stay at home, and I made the difficult decision to phone my workplace to say that I couldn't come in. On Tuesday, I still couldn't stomach anything, but for some reason I managed a little bit of tuna sandwiches, and that protein kept me going through my shift. Only until the very last moments did the penny drop. My breath suddenly worsened and I felt faint. I had to take frequent breaks just to get to the exit, and I got a taxi home, which is not like me because I walk to work a lot of the time. On Wednesday, my mum got me a week off work to help recover from this other illness, which I thought was the result of a cough. I was taking the obvious medicines for it, Buttercup and Lemsip. Then on Thursday, I started coughing up blood. I told my mum about it, and then she ended up ringing the hospital's non-emergency number to find out why I was coughing up blood. An ambulance team then arrived, and then I started worrying about my future. They had put me on an oxygen bottle to help me with my shortness of breath, and that was because of a lack of blocked oxygen levels. That worry was then compounded when I was rushed to the hospital into the high dependency unit. I thought that the injection in my stomach, tinzaparin, would have solved all of my breathing problems when I took my first deep breath for the first time in a few days. The checks included an ultrasound of my heart, and that came out clear. There was a chest x-ray, and that came out clear. But then the CT scan, on the other hand, revealed that I have a blood clot in both lungs. I thought the moment after the scans had been completed and the tinzaparin injection would treat everything, but it turns out I still had low oxygen saturation, and then I was admitted to the hospital room, or a ward in the local terminology. I ended up staying at hospital for 3 days while I was under observations, or OBS in the local terminology, for my oxygen saturation levels. Levels were getting a lot better as a result. The blood clot that I have is quite common in older people who smoke or have underlying conditions, and it's quite rare for somebody like me to pick it up. I have further tests to try and find out why I've picked up this particular blood clot, and of course further appointments will also treat this particular blood clot. Please bear with me while I'm trying to recover from this long-term illness. I'm having quite a difficult time of it. It hasn't all been bad though. My friends in and around my circle online and nearby have been incredibly supportive throughout my time in hospital, and I cannot thank you enough for all of your kind words. And for those who were disappointed about my absence, I'm sorry, I'm just need to be better.